Okay, why is my hair always messy? Well, maybe I should brush it once in a while. Anyways, I started a new project. I don't care. I should be finishing other projects, but it is a project that is going to use up a ton of random bits and pieces that I have in the bag in neutrals. And I don't wear a lot of neutrals unless it's black, but so essentially I love bright colors and black. The ironic thing is, though, when I pulled some of this stuff up, this color matches the pants I'm wearing. So apparently I do wear some neutrals, just not on top and not normally against my skin. And so I decided that I wanted to make a just a layering piece, a zippered vest in a moss crochet. I started it, and but I figured before I got too far along, I would show you, oh, even worse hair now, my mixes and matches of all of my yarn from random, literally random places. I guess you should come down here so you can see what I'm looking at. So here is my general basket of stuff that I am working with. So it's kind of, you can see that there's a couple different tones in there. So my base is, I have a ton of this. It's a shiny, like satiny acrylic. I have no idea. I know I purchased this probably about 20 years ago. I have a ton of it in here, enough to make a sweater. Unfortunately, the dye lots are slightly different. So when I've tried to make stuff out of it in the past, I've had to stop because it's like, oh yeah, the dye lots are different. Um, so I was like, okay, I will use this as a base to my vest. And I was like, okay, that'll be good. And then I was like, I have these. Where's the last one? These lovely, very fine merino wools that I bought at a garage sale. Not enough to do anything with, though. So this is a 3-strand. Right now I'm working off of this one that really matches my pants really well. And I do have a darker brown and then just more of a gray. And then besides the merino, I have these. I also got at the same garage sale. They said Highland Peruvian wool. So I'm using those right now as the background. Again, not enough to really do anything with. I also have pretty much just a standard wool, but this is a hand spun wool by an old friend's mom. And I'm assuming it's just regular sheep's wool based on the color and the feel of it. I don't quite know exactly what this fiber is. Again, hand spun, don't know. But I also have 2 skeins of hand spun 2-ply alpaca from 2003. Linda Hansen, again, the same person who spun this, spun the alpaca. Again, not enough to really do much with. These were scraps that were kind of given to me as a thank you. I had some other ones that I made into socks. And I guess I could have done socks with these, but the thing is, I've got so many socks. And then I'm not quite sure where this one came from. It is super soft. I don't even know if it's a natural fiber or not. It is so soft. I want to say no, but it does have occasionally little bits in it that do look like it might be natural fiber. And I'm going to put this up around the neckline. So I will be using these 3 as one strand, just kind of interchangeably. I'll be using these interchangeably as another strand. And then this acrylic will be going all through all throughout the entire thing as kind of a background piece. So you can see here, I did some of the alpaca and now I'm doing the wool. As soon as I get a little bit more of the wool in there, I'm going to switch back to the alpaca and kind of make it look like it's been blended all the way through. We'll probably have a little bit of problems when we get to the brown because it is such a different color. But the thing is, I just kind of want to use a bunch of this up in something wearable. And I've got so many sweaters. I do not need another sweater. Also, I want this to be a piece that I don't have to wash a ton because all of these natural fibers are going to wash just a little bit differently. So that's why I'm taking it as an exterior layering piece. So a fun little vest. And honestly, it mainly started because I was like, oh, I want to do a zipper vest. And the only zipper I could find that could go in an open garment was brown. So here we go. I'm going to show with my hands, and I don't want it to be a pervert type thing, but essentially I'm going, we're going to live long and prosper. So say this is the part that goes around my waist. We're going to have the back. I'm going to get up to my armpits, my pits, and then I'm going to divide that out. I'll probably leave like a gap. I have to remeasure and do like a gap of probably about an inch or two in the bottom, and then I'll just do this as a flat panel, my two front portions, and then I'll do the back as a panel. So the body is all in one, not in the round because I'm adding the zipper, but just like the entire body. So I'm not making 3 full panels. I am just making one big panel for the body and then dividing that out in 3 for the top. And then most likely I will do some neck shaping so it's not like strangling me. And we'll see how high I can get in the neck area. This is a scrap piece, right? This is something that I am experimenting with, playing with. And even when I do that, I still wear the stuff that I make. I don't care. I really, sometimes I just have a vision in my head that I want to get out more than have a style that I want to copy, right? Even if there might be a pattern that I really like, I might do my own twist on it. So I'm hoping that this encourages you to kind of maybe freestyle some stuff. And I do feel that in this vest for the crochet, it might be a little bit easier to freestyle than a full sweater, but we'll see. So I will see you when I've reached my armpit area. Minimum of 13 inches, hoping to from 15 to 17, someplace in there. 19 gets a little bit long on me to more of a tunic length. I am a little tall. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, queen of perpetually messy hair and sweatpants. But so this is the vest so far. I don't have it sewn. It's just stitch marker into place. We got really far on it. I mean, I'm definitely not done, but I just wanted to show you where I am. It's got a good length to it, got a good amount to the armpits. That's what the back looks like so far. And the front, I unfortunately definitely misgauged because I always misgauge. And so by the time I realized it, I think I was at here. And then I just added in, and I kind of wish I'd done it with the purple first too. But I just took what was around and kind of whoop. And then it's a little harder to see in this, but I also had some green in here that I did the same thing with. Right, so the brown doesn't, but the green does. So it kind of gives a good bit. And then I'm going to take this alpaca that I have here and do a little bit more. But first I want to put kind of a tall collar on it that goes further so I can button it off to the side and keep it warm. So I'll probably have like another inch around this area that seems to be growing. I'm too old for it to be growing. Stop growing. Or maybe I should just wear a bra. Who knows? But anyways, it looks good. And you might be like, oh, you've got slits. Well, they're going to be pockets. I don't have the pockets done yet. I mean, I could just kind of leave them like that and just, keep myself warm by my body. But no, we'll do the pockets in a little bit. I'm just going to, crochet them right on there. And I'm going to do like a little bit on the out attached to the front side and up to give it like just a little bit more depth so they don't have to go all the way down and they're not sticking out. But yeah, this is it so far. And this is all one piece. It's all one piece. This is the only seaming that I'm gonna have to do is up on the shoulders for this. And then when I sew in the zipper, I'll have to do some seaming. But let me find a place to put this down and I'll undo this and you can see what I'm talking about. But I just got to, a certain point. I did up the body length and then I divided out the back, left like a blank little stitch because this is all moss stitch, and just decreased one on each side here, and then got to the point where that's the size I liked it in the back, and then just did a little for the neck. And then on the sides, I just started and then decreased one for a little bit until I liked the width across the front. And then went up and then cut in for the neck. And then, so that will get sewn to that, of course. The pockets, I'm going to just do a simple pocket. It's going to sit inside. So I'll have my, cute little design on the outside. And then once I get these sewn together, I am going to start in on the neck and kind of make a tall, not quite turtleneck, I guess a mock turtleneck. And when I do that, then I will add the last couple of inches to the placket here and here. Just by kind of going back and forth and across the top of the thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to add a little bit more along the bottom or not. Probably not, because I think the length of this is just fine. I'm just growing at a rate that I didn't think width-wise. And so, yeah, that's the plan. But look at that, all one piece. And the only seaming that I'm going to have to do besides the zipper is those shoulders, which I really like. And I'm tempted just to do another row and connect them as I'm doing the row, which I have done to many, many like granny squares, but I can sew it. It's fine. Okay, so I've started working on this project on Thursday. It is now Tuesday. And now is the time where I would normally be like, okay, I'm bored with this. I'm going to put it down and start something else. And then I have yet another whip. But it's done. It's completely done. All the ends are woven in. All the notions are on. Put little gold buttons. I sewed in my zipper. Even the pockets are pocketing. So let me flip it inside out and show you. I have never put a zipper in a sweater before, so maybe I should have watched some YouTube videos or pockets in a sweater before. Like I did do a kangaroo pouch once, but anyways, so I didn't just make it a straight up and down pocket. I made it so I could put my hands in and actually be super comfortable with it. But I just kind of laid a piece of fleece down and you can kind of see I blanket stitched all around it. And same with the zipper. I laid in the zipper and I blanket stitched and then reinforced with a straight stitch, well, a back stitch down it. So it has the zipper in there. The buttons are some cute little vintage buttons. Of course, they're vintage buttons because, I have packs and packs of vintage buttons. So they're just cute. Oh, I did them a little crooked. Oh, well, I'm not going to redo it. The vest fits pretty well. Yeah, the zipper does work, but I don't need it right now. Let me get on my tippy toes a little bit. Of course, the Pickles t-shirt doesn't match it at all. But yeah, I got pockets and they're nice and toasty. I put little what is it, a welt placket? I don't know. I keep trying to use these terms and I don't know. But so like there's part of what it was. I need to trim off that end. Oh, the rest of the ends are trimmed off, just not that one, of course. I just attached it to the bottom part of that, brought it up and tacked it down, and then just full on sewed the pocket just to the one side, so it's not like it's not a full pocket addition in there, but enough that like if I put a phone in there, or mainly Kleenex, because if I'm wearing this, I'm gonna be doing Kleenex. I thought about putting in a little thing around the waist. I don't think I need to, because if I layer underneath it, I think we're gonna be good. And this is what the back looks like. So just super simple. And then the collar, I put in that super fluffy yarn. It's a little bigger than I anticipated, but that's fine because I can like totally do a turtleneck and a scarf. And if I need to, I can scrunch down like this. It's so cold. But then this was also good. I'm like, well, I don't want it to like, because sometimes you have them and they look a little funny when they're sitting open. There. I can just kind of have it sitting like that. The buttons are kind of hidden. The collar is down and it's fine. And then the zipper, if it's laying open, it's not too bad because, I mean, I'm not the neatest sewer by any means, but it's not too bad, right? That's kind of cute. Anyways, super happy with this. Super happy with this. Also super happy that I'm freaking done with it. And it only took a few days. And I will tell you, today was the day that it was the race against boredom or being done with the project. But I'm happy I did it. I ended up using, I'll be right back. More colors, of course, as you can see. Like I was originally going to just use the gray and the brown and then this white wool. But I was just like, oh, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough because I need to make sure I have enough alpaca to go around. And so I had the knit picks from a garage sale. So I added in the purple and the green there. I didn't use the orange. I didn't really want to use the orange. I was just like, I don't want this to be like a fall vest. I want it to be a little bit more around. So I added in these colors, which was good. It definitely extended it. But then I also have this much alpaca left. And on the back of it, maybe it's not 100% alpaca. Can you read that? I can't quite read. B. Leicester Frost. 2/3. So I don't know what's in there. I don't know what all it is, but it's going to be a super, super toasty layering piece. So I used up a ton of yarn, which was great. So I got a lot out of the stash of the wool and the alpaca that I have left. I'll probably just make some socks, but right now they'll just go back into the stash. And then I have 3 skeins. Do that. All right. Anyway, so here is the vest. And I love it. No pattern. I think I did pretty good for no pattern, and just by feels. So anyways, I'm excited. I completely finished the project in one sitting. Well, not one sitting, but one round instead of putting it down. Have a good night.